Next up, Paul Blom. I said it right. This is Paul Blom. Woo!
Three-quarter Irish and a quarter Danish. And of course I get stuck with the Danish name. Well, good morning, fellow saints. Before beginning, let me thank Doug for giving me the opportunity to speak to you this morning, as I am part of the technical team here at CCOTL once a week, one week a month, I should say. I'd also like to acknowledge Ophi and Dave for doing what they do. So this stream is live, and somewhere in time you'll be able to find it too. I can't start this without thanking Rob and Angel for all they have done for me over these past 2 years. They have been truly great vessels of grace of the miracles Jesus can perform. So I got to give a hand to them. Now, you may have noticed in the nearly 2 years I have been with you, I'm a little different. I have a form of autism that no one seemed to know about until well into my young adulthood in the 80s and 90s. It's called Asperger's syndrome. And what I am told, because I only know how I think and I don't know how everybody else thinks, is that the thought processes that I have are different, and it also kind of makes me a little awkward socially. It works well when I need to remember information. My brain is like a filing cabinet. But when you add a physical element to it, like if I'm trying to find something and I don't know, I can't visualize what it is, it's just too much information for my brain to process, and it gets a little awkward. When I was born, the odds of catching autism were somewhere between 1,000 to 1 and 2,000 to 1. Now, according to what Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the Human Health Secretary, just basically said at a cabinet meeting for the president Thursday, the odds are now down to 31 to 1. And that means you now have a 3,200% better chance of catching autism as a newborn than was the case when I was born, half a century ago. That's an amazing jump. 6 years ago, as I scroll up my little thing here, was when Jesus began to steer my life and started giving me things that he knew I could handle. Two things happened to me late in the summer of 2019. First, my mother fell ill after turning 70. We have, on my maternal side, we have Alzheimer's that has claimed the life of my maternal grandmother on Christmas Day 1994 when I was 23, but before that, it got my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, in 1985, just before I started high school in Largo at the age of 14. And my cousin Maureen, who is a school teacher up in the Albany area of New York, said, I think PJ, now PJ is what my family calls me, because I'm Paul Jr. and my father was Paul Sr., so they needed something to make sure two people didn't come running when somebody said, Paul. But it was, she was at some sort of school convention. They were talking about medical conditions, and she put it together that I had Asperger's. Now, I always knew that I was different, but the bucket of Bitcoin question always seemed to be in my life, how different was I? To learn at 48 that I was autistic, and to learn at 52, right after the passing of my mother, that I have Asperger's, those were shocks to the system for me. And through modern technology, Jesus has given me the chance to reunite with the people I went to school with, and several members of my mom's friends and family that I had known. And some had told me that they felt compelled by God to help me or reconnect with me over the years. And once I reconnected with God after I was homeless and had COVID for Thanksgiving, I caught COVID 2.5 years after everybody else did. In 2022, I went to the church. It was called Everybody's Tabernacle that I went to, and it was like right by my homeless shelter. And now, I'm continuing this tradition here in Umatilla, going to church every week. In the past month or so, I have been blessed to be able to get a camper and to live and to find a place to live at. And this week, I learned that Social Security will be giving me more financial benefits to the point where I could make ends meet on a monthly basis. So for me, that man on the donkey has worked through the vessels of so many of my old friends and family and has changed my life completely around from probable death to a much brighter life. Hosanna to the Son of David.
Thank you, Paul. Yeah, he kind of blazed through that, so I don't know if you caught that, but yeah, he was homeless for a while, and because of Jesus and the way he worked through Rob and Angel, it's a pretty neat thing. Now he's going to be living on his own. Yay!